beautiful Saturday morning, and it's time to re-whack my my honey wine. So I'm out to go get a hose for my siphon, because the hose I bought with it didn't quite fit it right. And I have to get some wine yeast and some adjunct. I wasn't able to use the wine yeast on the first racking because I didn't know of a store around that sold winemaking supplies. So I just used regular baking yeast, which should do about the same job. So I'm not too worried about it. But now that I know this store is here, I'm certainly going to make use of it. So yeah, I'm going out to get the stuff to re-rack the wine. And I know I brought it up a little bit in my first video that I have, maybe it wasn't in the first video. I don't know, I've been trying to get this camera angle and audio to work properly so many times that I don't even know what is in my videos and what is in the videos that I've had to scrap. So if it's not in any of my prior videos, I do make my own beer and my own wine. I mainly started it because I was just too damn upset with the prices. You know, I spent 3 years in Germany, and I fell in love with the Hefeweizen beers. And, you know, I would go out and I'd buy some Paulaner or some Koenig, you know, and it would be like 8, 12, 13, 14 sometimes dollars for a 6-pack. And I just thought to myself, I'm like, this is fucking ridiculous. Why am I doing this? And especially because I knew that it wasn't like the Hefeweizens in Germany. They were brewing them to American specs. I knew none of them went over 5%. Maybe you had a 5.5, you know, brand, but nothing over that. In Germany, I mean, we're talking like 7, 8, sometimes 10% alcohol beers. So here I am paying for a Hefeweizen that's half the potency of what I'm used to. What sense does that make? So I decided I'm going to start making my own alcohol. And it's really not that complicated of a process. I wouldn't consider myself an expert in it. I've only brewed the 5 gallons of Hefeweizen, and I'm on my first racking of 5 gallons of wine. So I'm not necessarily an expert, but man, if you hear this video and you go, you know what? He's right. Why am I spending all of this money? I'll give you a little rundown of it. I mean, I'm making the 5 gallons of honey wine, which under other names is known as mead, except I did add flavoring in it, which then makes it a melomel. Don't ask. But it's a honey-based wine instead of a grape-based wine. And you know, I paid about $55, $60 for the supplies, or the ingredients to make the melomel, and it's making 5 gallons, which by my approximations is about 30 regular bottles of wine. You know, that's $2 a bottle. Now, when you go out and get some Arbor Mist, which isn't bad, you're not going to be spending, or you're going to be spending much more than that, you know. If you go out and get some Boone's Farm, which is, you know, really, really cheap wine, everyone's like, oh, that's cheap wine, you know. But even then, you're still going to be spending more than that. And you can make this stuff yourself. I mean, my honey wine is, you know, I don't remember the exact sizes, but You know, it's water, it's 10 pounds of honey. I think it was something like 8 peaches, 4 nectarines, 4 apricots, and one quarter a package of grapes. And I just threw the grapes in there because I said, I want to know if this will boost the alcohol content. So, I mean, you can throw whatever you want in there. I'm hoping that once I can get this second racking done, I can bottle it up and then start a winter wine where it's like more peppermint and, you know, whatever. You're not restricted. You just put together an ingredient list and make it, you know. So that's the honey wine. The Hefeweizens are potent. Let me tell you. The first time I drank one, I was just like, oh yes. This is what I remember and love about Germany. And that kind of scared me because when I came home from Germany, my welcome home party, all of my, I wouldn't say professional drinking friends, but like friends that drink regularly here in the States, passed out and I was just buzzed. I'm working through that Hefeweizen very, very slowly because I don't want that to happen again. And when I make my next beer, I'll probably go along the lines of an Irish Red because Irish Reds aren't quite as potent as Hefeweizens. So there's that. But I mean, the process for making the beer is even less of a hassle than the wine. I mean, I went to a place online that sells homebrew kits, and I ordered the Hefeweizen package. It was like $40 plus shipping. So, you know, like 45, 46 bucks. I don't remember off the top of my head. It's been a couple months ago. And it made 5 gallons, which worked out to 54 bottles of beer for $40. So that's less than $1 a beer, which is obviously cheaper than what you would even spend on like a Budweiser or a Miller. And I guarantee you that Hefeweizen is twice the beer of a Miller or a Bud. Guaranteed. So, I mean, it saves so much money. And when you make the homebrew kit, I mean, literally, it's just.
What size is that?
What's that? This? It's a 400. That's a 650. Yeah.
What 650 so is that?
That's okay. That's the DR 650, right? Yeah. I thought about that, but this is my first bike. I've only had it for like 3-4 months.
Great,
So yeah, I love it. I'm tempted to get into the wheeling, but I don't know. It might be too soon.
Just wait until you're confident.
Yeah. Say, do you know a place to go riding off-road on trails around here?
Yeah. We're going up to Harbor Breeze.
Well, that was interesting. I've been searching and searching and searching to find a place to go trail riding up here, and I just have not been able to find anything. So I'm gonna go talk to these guys. There they are. Yeah, man, I was actually looking at a KLR there for a while.
I got this one a couple years ago, and it wasn't running, but it only had like 4,000 miles on it, so I stuck it out in the shed.
Right.
And this.
Like that.